Hi, I'm Dan from the Vegan Organic Network. We're an educational charity established in 1996. We produce educational materials, a biannual magazine, Growing Green International, online shows, and we go to and put on events. We have created the Vegan Organic World Map, which is free to join and features farmers, gardeners, projects, and supporters. We are working with projects around the world, including the Veganic Agricultural Network in North America, Vegan Biocyclic in Europe, Vegan Village Society in Africa, where we supported 50 veganic women's groups with seeds and tools, and a water tank for a local school. Through the Vegan Organic World Map, we've connected with Uravasa in India, which is Jiva Bhavana's flagship farmers empowerment project, aimed at facilitating the transition of Indian farmers from animal-based farming to veganic farming. Vegan Organic World Map is a great tool for discovering what is going on around the world. There's even a veganic farm in the Arctic. Our mission is to create a green, clean, cruelty-free world with clean rivers and oceans, abundance of wildlife, and healthy, nutritious food for all. Our talk today is titled The Impact of Animal Farming and Ways to Connect Veganic Growing to Your Community, Reconnecting People, Food and Nature. What is veganic? Most people are unaware of how their food is grown and the effect on the environment. Veganic growing is organic, no synthetic chemicals or pesticides. Free from animal inputs, no animal manures, blood meal or bone meal. Working with nature encourages soil health and biodiversity, a truly sustainable way to grow food, one that does not exploit animals or the environment. By growing with nature and encouraging functional biodiversity, people can feed themselves without polluting the planet. Bringing veganics to the community. This year, we've developed a number of community projects in the UK which introduce veganic growing to the wider public. These include educational events, community gardens, and collaborations with schools and local growers. And we'll be highlighting some of these projects during the talk. We hope to inspire others to replicate some of our ideas in their own communities. Here are some of the reasons we should move to a veganic food system. Land use. Feeding people, not livestock. Land usage is drastically skewed towards animal agriculture. To gain a greater understanding of how much land is used to feed our population, let's look at how much land is used in the UK. This map comes from the UK National Food Strategy. It helps us to understand how land is used to feed the UK's population. On the left, we see how land is used within the UK, shown not as a geographical map, but in terms of proportions. On the right, the hexagons show the amount of agricultural land overseas that's used to supply the UK. This includes land used to grow crops we import, animal products, and also land used to grow animal feed for UK farms. There are some surprising facts. Around 70% of the UK's land is used for farming. A huge part of that is for raising animals. A total area of less than 7% of the UK is used for all built-up areas, which includes roads, factories and buildings. Less than 2% of the UK land is used to grow fruit and vegetables. Just for pigs and chickens, we use land equal to the size of Ireland, plus even more land is used to grow their feed abroad. Looking at the map, you see that the combined area of land used here and abroad to raise beef, lamb and dairy is greater than the size of the United Kingdom. Animal agriculture takes up an enormous amount of land, far more than most people realise. Switching to a plant-based food would free up land for people, nature, rewilding and sustainable local food production. According to Our World in Data, a global shift to a plant-based food system would reduce agricultural land use globally by 75%. Over 1 billion animals are raised and slaughtered for food annually in the UK. 85% are factory farmed. These systems produce a massive amount of waste, which pollute rivers and ecosystems. Only 14% of English rivers are in good ecological status. Animal and chemical farming are the main polluters. Cheap food comes at a high cost to nature and health. Research has shown most farmers want to stop sending their animals to slaughter, but need support. Imagine if we used just a fraction of our environmental cleanup and healthcare costs and redirected it towards farmers transitioning out of animal farming to veganic systems and rewilding. Imagine a UK where no animals are raised for slaughter. Wildlife thrives on rewilded lands. Communities grow healthy, organic, animal-free food. Rivers run clean and ecosystems regenerate. Farming supports life, not profits at the planet's expense. Eco-villages, not factory farms. Let's support farmers to farm with nature and not against it. Here are some of the ways we've been working with local communities to make real grassroots change. We've been organising school visits to veganic farms. And here's a video of a school visit to the famous Tolhurst Veganic Stock-Free Farm.
Hello, I'm Natalie and I am here on Tolhurst Organic. At Tolhurst Organic, we have had 5 visits since April. 2 of those have been with a home ed group, 2 have been from local schools, and 1 has been from a group that works with people who are working through addiction. We're really happy to have all of these people on the farm. They're funded in part by DEFRA and in part by the Vegan Organic Network. It's as simple as being outside, being in a really beautiful space and being shown how much life there is. Some of the activities that the children have loved has been bug hunts, apple pressing, different habitats for different creatures, how we manage our pests organically, how long it takes for soil to be formed, what different vegetables need what, and looking at irrigation systems. Yeah, the kids are just really interested in seeing the farm machinery, kind of learning about, well, what does organic mean? What does stock-free growing mean? Our plans are to have more future visits to build on relationships with the schools that we have and parents that we have, to just keep having conversations and saying, hi, we're here, and have open days so that the teachers can come and see what great stuff we're doing here.
Tolhurst Organic are always such an inspiration. We've been working with other farms around the country, Dalton Moor Farm in the northeast of England, and the Tree of Life Veganics. Here's a video about how they've been working with their community.
Hi everyone, my name's Jo Kidd from Tree of Life Veganics, and we're a certified organic and certified veganic farm, forest farm near Faversham in Kent.
Over the past year, we've had around 20 school and other visits from young people's groups. And what we like to do with young people is just really encourage them to slow down, to listen, to observe, to reconnect with nature. And the young people really love doing this. They really engage with it. They love meeting the wild creatures all around the farm, the spiders and grasshoppers and worms and bees and the birds, and just being, really. They love to learn also about veganic, how that's different to chemical farming and to organic farming, and how we are forest farming as well. So we talk about working and farming in harmony with nature. We talk about compassion, learning from Mother Nature. And our next step, our exciting next step, is to be building a big barn on the farm, which we have funding from Vegan Organic Network and Farming in Protected Landscapes. So we're really grateful for that. It's going to provide an indoor education space so that we can reach even more young people and other groups and have shelter in bad weather. So a huge thanks to Vegan Organic Network. It's great to be part of such an amazing movement and on the right side of history. Veganic for the animals, for humans, and for the planet. Thanks a lot.
As you can see, children and people love visiting veganic farms. It's always such an inspiration. We'd like to expand the number of farms taking part in school visits, so please get in touch if you'd like to be involved. Not only have we been organising visits to veganic farms, we've been going into schools. And here's a short video about our project at the Clare Community Primary School.
Hello, my name is Juliet Bryant and I'm a trustee for the Vegan Organic Network and also running the Growing Nature Club in Clare Community Primary School, which the Vegan Organic Network has funded. So we were very excited to fund this polytunnel from the Vegan Organic Network, and as you can see we've got one of the beds made and we've started planting. So every week I'm teaching the children about growing, about using veganic principles, so no animal input, stock-free growing, and also the importance of not just growing but also connecting with nature. So today we have horse chestnuts which the children have gathered, and we're using this, we're going to fill it into these little bags for washing powder. So everyone's very excited. For me, part of the principles of the Vegan Organic Network is working with the resources that we already have, so we're not putting more strain on the environment, and actually connecting with nature and all of the joy and abundance that's here. The Vegan Organic Network kindly funded a beautiful raised bed last year, which we planted with medicinal herbs. And this year in the Growing Nature Academy, we've been using those herbs, drying them, making teas. We've been making elder, berry and other apple cider vinegar concoctions. We also initiated an amazing community project where we got local people to deliver apples to the school, where we sent them off and got someone locally to press them into Clare Community apple juice. So this was very exciting, and we got the children to design a label. Just shows the resources when we come together. So this is all part of the Growing Nature Academy and really pushing this drive for working with the earth in a more sustainable way and respecting and honouring all of the things that are around us, and then also growing in a way that is not hurting the animals, the soil, the planet or ourselves. So the veganic principles are very much in action here at Clare Community Primary School. So a little bit about the work that we've been doing, and we're very excited to carry on with this amazing project, teaching the children about how they can really support their health and the environment by growing veganically.
Not only have we been working with veganic farmers, we've also been working in inner city areas. Here's a video about our school and community project.
Hello, I'm Cherry from the Vegan Organic Network, and I've been involved with developing workshops to engage members of the public at events where we have our stall and at schools where we do our talks. People often tell us they don't have a garden or allotment, so we began to think of different ways which might inspire people to grow their own food, even without an outside space. We came up with the idea of doing a sprouting and microgreens workshop where we prepare a variety of sprouts for people to try and demonstrate just how easy it is to do at home with very basic equipment. We also take pre-sprouted marrowfat peas and compost so that visitors can pot up a container to grow salad microgreens at home. Our aim is to give people the confidence to have a go for themselves and discover the benefits of sprouting. Children love the crunchy sweet lentil sprouts, and adults are surprised how easily they can be grown. Sprouting is cheap, incredibly beneficial for health, and anybody can do it. And it's a great way to introduce veganic growing.
And here's a video from one of our community foragers and chef.
Hello, my name is Grafu from Grafu Vegan. I'm a founder and vegan chef. I teach cooking classes, I do workshops, I do catering, and I specialise in vegan West African food and fermentation. I did a workshop with Vegan Organic Network at Abundance Festival this September, just gone, and I taught people how to ferment their apples and pears that you can forage at the moment, and all the different things you can do with it. We made various syrups, and I showed them how you can use those syrups to incorporate into food. This technique is great. It's low energy. No, it's no energy. It uses no energy, and it's a great way to kind of like store your food and ferment your food over the winter to use during the hunger gap. Yeah, that's about me. Thank you again. Bye.
Here is a video about our community fruit picking project, which was started this year.
Hi, my name's Isaac, and recently I've been working with the Vegan Organic Network. This summer, the Vegan Organic Network revived the Manchester Abundance Fruit Picking Project. It's been a fantastic year for fruit in the UK, and there's an abundance of trees in urban areas, in people's gardens, in schools, and in public green spaces. The Manchester group was first established in 2008, and by the time it closed in 2019, it had accumulated a database of some plus 60 locations in and around central Manchester. The premise of the project is beautifully simple. Volunteers pick and collect surplus fruit, and the fruit is distributed in the community. So far this year, we've harvested plums, pears, and apples. It's astounding how much fruit a single tree can yield, and is very satisfying to do, especially when you find an especially delicious variety of eating apple. Please get in touch if you would like the Vegan Organic Network to come and help you set up a fruit picking project in your area.
I hope you've been inspired by some of the work of the Vegan Organic Network, and together we can create the green, clean, cruelty-free world we all want to live in. Thanks for watching.
It's green, it's kind.